Hey guys, I'm cmasupra and welcome to the third of the three games I'd like to show you from my grind through the Indian Summer event. So the first two games were as the British, where I got 18 kills, and then the Germans, where I got 19 kills. And now this game is as the Japanese, and I got 22 kills. I mean, 18 is a lot. It's very much a lot. 19 is even better. 22 is just, like, colossal. We'll put that word in there. Colossal. So, yeah, 22 kills as a Japanese. And people say the Japanese are weak at low tiers. I don't think so. So 22 kills is my record for an arcade game. I've never done any better than that. I've gotten a few games with 19 kills, but I wasn't recording, except for the one game I showed you as the Germans before, in the previous video. But 22 is definitely my record. So, yeah, 22 kills as the Japanese. My lineup for the Japanese grind through the Indian Summer event, trying to get the A6M5 Ko, is 4 planes. It is the Ki-43, which is this plane I'm flying first, which is a really good plane. And then I have the A6M2-N, which is the float plane version of the A6M2. And then I also have the Ki-45 Ko, which is the rank 4 Ki-45. And then finally, I have the A5M4, which is not really a special plane, but I felt like I should put something in my 4th slot, because I don't want to just leave a game after I lose 3 planes, because I can still be useful with the 4th plane, even if the 4th plane isn't very good. I'm not a guy who just leaves games if I still have planes remaining. So, first plane I'm flying, Ki-43. This plane is amazing. It does only have 2 machine guns in the front of it, but the 2 machine guns do quite a bit of damage. You did just see my first kill there, so that's kill number 1. But other things about this plane, it turns very well. It's also very fast. If you go flat, it'll go fast. I don't know what the number is, but it'll go fast. It'll go faster than most planes will. If you go diving, it'll go really fast and withstand all the forces of diving. It's just a really good plane. The Ki-61 1B is my favorite plane in the game for arcade and historical, not for full real. My full real favorite plane is the A6M3, but for arcade and historical, the Ki-61 is definitely my Ki-61 1B is definitely my favorite plane. And this plane is basically the predecessor to that, so this is still an amazing plane. So here we have my 3rd kill. Apparently it says air win streak times 3, so I have 3 kills, and now I have an enemy on my tail. It's a hawk, but no matter. I can outturn him, and then he can't do a thing about it to try and aim at me. I also have a whole bunch of friendlies in the area, so he is so doomed. Oh yeah, he is so doomed. We're able to shoot at his cross-section nice and easy, except I'm not able to keep the plane still enough, because when you're trying to turn hard, and then you have to reduce the amount of time, not the amount of time, the strength of your turn, I guess you could say, it is kind of difficult to aim. But here we go, another cross-section shot, critical hit. By the way, I know a lot of you don't know this, myself included, like a few days ago, but if it ever says critical hit and doesn't say what you critically hit, what that means is you have done so much damage to that opponent that they're just going to give you a critical hit. And the reason they're giving you a critical hit is because basically the way that killing works is whoever did the last critical on a plane is the one who shoots it down, who gets the kill. So that's why kill stealing is possible. You can like damage somebody's tail to where it's not controllable, and then they chop off a wing. Somebody else chops off their wing after that. Because they did the last critical, they get the kill. And so it's just giving you a critical, like you have done so much damage, you have earned yourself a kill if nobody else does a critical after you. So that's what it means. It doesn't really mean that you critically hit something, it just means that you've done so much damage that the game wants to give you something for doing so much damage. I just realized that a few days ago, so I thought I'd tell you guys that. So I don't know how many kills I have gotten so far. I haven't been paying close attention to the video since I've been talking, been focusing on that. But I do have a hawk in front of me, and that hawk is so doomed. Lost tail control, and he's on fire. Oh yeah, he's so doomed. This plane does only have 2 machine guns, like I said, but they are such good machine guns. They're better than the machine guns on any of the zeros in the game. Those machine guns are pretty decent. They're better than 50 cals, and they have a huge rate of fire, so they're such good machine guns, and they reload nice and quickly. Look at that. Pilot kill. I have gotten so many pilot kills this game. Pilot kills are way too common. Way too common. They need to fix that. But there aren't any more people complaining on the forums, so they're not really fixing it. So anyways, I don't know how many kills I've gotten, but I've gotten quite a few so far in the Ki-43. Such an awesome plane, but let's find my next target. I do want to go for this SU-2, but an SU-2 does have tail gunners, 1 or 2 depending on which version of the SU-2 it is. An SU-2 can also apparently outturn a Ki-43. Did you know that? It makes no sense. It makes as much sense as a BF-110 outturning a Hawk, which is a comparison I made in my German video. It really doesn't make any sense, but it exists in arcade. Arcade flight models just do not match the real world flight models at all, but they're still good flight models in my opinion. That Buffalo is so screwed. He cannot outturn me, he cannot outspeed me, he cannot outdive me since we're at ground level. I really like being at ground level in these turning planes because people try to outturn you and then they are just like, oh, I can't outturn you, but I'm already in a turning fight. If I go straight, I'm doomed. If I continue turning, I'm doomed. So I'm doomed. That's what my opponents are all like when they get into turn fights with me when I'm in a turning plane like this one is. It's just, I like being at low altitude like this. But like I was saying, that Buffalo is so screwed. This Hawk is so screwed for the exact same reasons. He can't outturn me, he can't outspeed me, he can't outdive me. He can definitely not outclimb me. Oh, he's trying to outclimb me, and it's just not gonna happen, guy. It's just not gonna happen. This plane is amazing when it comes to climbing. It's just amazing. Like, nothing can outclimb this plane. I forgot to mention that as one of the reasons this plane is amazing. It's good at diving, it's good at going fast while staying straight, it's good at making tight turns, it's also good at climbing. The weakest part of this plane is just its armament. It's also a durable plane. I didn't mention that, but it's durable, just like the Ki-61 is. The only downside is the machine guns, and those are not even really a downside because they're so strong. So I always use this plane as my primary plane when I was grinding the Japanese and the Indian summer event, and so I got a lot of kills in this plane. I want to know how many I've got in this game, but I don't know, and I'm not going to find out till I look at the scoreboard. Fighter's Nightmare. Oh, air win streak times 11, so I've killed 10 fighters. No, yeah, 10 fighters, and I have 11 kills, so one was not a fighter. But 11 kills so far. Out of 22, I'm going to get this game. So we're halfway there. Half my kills have come from this plane, and now I am dead. The Hawk chewed up my wing. He used his 50 cal rounds to just break off my left wing. But my left wing was already damaged, so it had to happen eventually. So now that the Ki-43 is down, I'm going to go in the A6M2-N, the float plane version of the A6M20. And this plane is just so good. I really don't know what it's doing down here at rank 2 or whatever it is, 2 or 3. The regular A6M2 is at rank 7, and this one is 2 or 3. This plane is just as good as the regular Zero. The only thing it can't do is go as fast because of the drag underneath it, but it does turn as well. The cannons are just as strong, the machine guns are just as strong. It just can't go too fast, which I guess is why it's down here at the lower tiers. But this is such a good plane. Pilot kill. They are just way too common, especially with the cannons that the Zeros have, including this Zero. So, got one kill with this plane so far. There's a second kill. These cannons are really strong. They're really good at getting pilot kills. They're also just really good at chewing up aircraft. Enemy aircraft in particular, unless you're going for killing friendly targets, which is something most people don't do. That plane died thanks to my precision aiming. My teammate was right in front of him, but I was still able to shoot at the enemy without hitting my teammate. I was quite proud of that shot. So that's, I don't know how many kills. 3 kills in this plane so far? Maybe 4. 3 or 4. Now I'm out of cannon ammo because I decided to reload, and I'm using machine guns on the Hurricane, not the Gladiator. and he's not going to be able to outturn me. He might be able to outspeed me if he really tried. But the machine guns did a decent amount of damage, but now it's time for the cannons. And so, you know what to expect? Oh yeah. Just a few hits and his wing is gone. This thing is so awesome. Japanese are so good in this game. It's kind of crazy. That was really close to being a collision. I would have hated if that was a collision because this plane is so good. I'd be down to an A5M4, which isn't very good, and a Ki-45, which you cannot do turns in like you can with this plane. So, here we go. Buffalo has damages of cooling system. No, he doesn't. The Spitfire does. My friendly Spitfire does. The Buffalo, however, is dead, so that's good. That Spitfire came in front of me. That was not my fault. So, the Buffalo's dead. Hello, Pea Shooter. You are going to die. One of the huge downsides to this plane is that just like with the A6M2, the regular one, there's just only 120 rounds of cannon ammo, and there's 2 cannons, so it's 60 rounds each. It's just not enough ammo. But luckily, the machine guns are still decent. But it's the same complaint I had with the A6M2 in my zero ammo video, because I complained about how the A6M2 has so little ammo in its cannons that it can't even shoot down one plane before running out of cannon ammo in a historical battle. And oftentimes that was the case. I just couldn't even shoot down one plane before running out of cannon ammo. There's another pilot kill. Luckily in arcade, you can reload in the air, so the lack of cannon ammo isn't too big of a deal. And this plane can also just turn so well, and people don't use strategy like they do in historical battles. And as a result, I can just outturn everybody, shoot them with a few rounds from the cannons, and they are just gonna die like that. Buffalo's dead. Didn't take very many hits at all. Hello, Ishak. I can outturn you. Did you know that? Even though you're kinda sorta a turning plane and you can outturn lots of enemies, I can outturn you. Although it didn't actually matter there, because he just crashed, apparently. So anyways, I don't know how many kills I have. How many do I have? 19 kills so far. So I have matched how many kills I got in the German game, the previous video I showed you from the Indian Summer event. And we're gonna get 3 more kills this game. Now if you look, this is why this game was so amazing. If you look at the top of the screen there, look at how many tickets we have left in our team. It's practically nothing. We managed to capture 2 airfields, and the enemy is now losing tickets. They're running out of planes. We have 1 ground unit remaining. If they killed that ground unit, they would win. If they take 1 airfield, they'll also win, because they'll have 2 airfields for a second, which is all they need to do to win. But they're running out of planes, so they're having trouble winning. Look at how many people are on the other team are just sitting there waiting in their parachute. It's amazing how many people are just sitting here watching, waiting for the game to end. Because people on the other team are expecting to win, but they're not going to win. At least not yet. They might win if they are able to capture 1 airfield. Apparently, destroying that ground target was not what they needed to win. They're still not winning, so they need to capture an airfield for like a second, and then they'll win. That's all they got to do. But in the meantime, we are winning. Well, we're not winning, but we're increasing. What are we doing? We're not winning, but what is it? What would that be called? I don't even know what that would be called. We're decreasing the opponent's tickets, and we're making it easier on ourselves to win? I don't know. I don't know. We're doing something, though. So, like I said, the enemy team is running out of planes. We have most of our team remaining. So, they're running out, and as a result, I keep fighting the same exact people, and this is one guy I kept fighting over and over. That's why I was mentioning it, is because I kept fighting this guy over and over. We now have 3 airfields. It doesn't look like we're going to win at this point, does it? They'd have to capture 2 of them without us capturing one of them back when they're capturing the second one. So, yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to win at this point. So, hooray for us! We have actually, possibly, won this game. Ishak, why are you not dead? There you go, you're dead. That took a lot of hits. Maybe those were machine gun hits or something. I don't know. But, he's dead. And now there's a PBY up there. That's going to be troublesome, and you know why? Because the PBY is a bomber that is very durable, and to capture an airfield, all he has to do is land on it, and then sit on it, and then we can't cap it back. So if he captures an airfield, and then one of his teammates goes and captures another one, they could win. However, if the PBY gets unlucky and gets his pilot dies because we're shooting at him sitting on the airfield, then it isn't really a way for them to win. So, kind of depends on luck, but if they use strategy, they could possibly win. They have a chance of winning if they use strategy. If they don't use strategy, they're guaranteed to lose because we have more planes. And I still have 2 planes remaining in my hangar, remember that. I still have the Ki-45 and the A5M4, so this is only my 2nd plane this game. I can still come back with more planes. There we go. Trying to get words out of my mouth. Damages the left wing on the I-153 Ishak. And showing me the cross-section of his plane. Can I kill him? No, he went through my cannon shots. If one of those cannon shots had hit him, he would have been obliterated. So let's try again. And there he goes, he's obliterated. PBY is dead, but I decided to just shoot at him to finish him off, make sure he's fully dead. So how many kills does that give me at this point? I don't actually know how many kills I have, but that might be it. Well done. And hello, Beaufort. Are you the only enemy plane remaining? You very well might be. No, it looks like he was not. Unless I read that wrong. No, he's not. There's still an I-15 up there, and it's Bobby QC. We're gonna fight him once again. I ended up asking him, how many planes do you have? Because he just kept respawning and respawning. And if you look, he has 5 deaths so far. Or is that 3? It's one of the 2. Looks more like a 5 on my monitor, but I'm watching this at half res, so I can't quite tell. But it seems he has a lot of planes. So, yeah. I asked him how many planes he has, and he didn't respond, sadly. Battle trophies, we won. We triple capped the enemy. What a comeback that was. So I ended up getting 22 kills that game, which is amazing. It's like killing every enemy on the team on the enemy team more than once, because there's like 15 enemies on a single team, and I got 22 kills. Hero Fighter Award, of course, because I ended up getting more than 12 kills, and nobody else got 12 kills. Somebody did get 10, though, which is... me and him combined, we're basically the reason why the enemies ran out of planes. So anyways, that was a really good game. 22 kills as the Japanese. I do hope you guys have enjoyed the video and that game, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.